guys, we're back again. So first things, thank you to Kaz and Mikey for both what's it called, donating to my Patreon. What you've paid for is a gasket kit, and there's a little bit more left for something else, but I'm going to wait until that order's in, and that takes a while for them to make it. Thank you so much guys for definitely helping me speed up, because things have been getting on top of us and I needed it to be honest. But all I need at the moment, there are some in here that I don't know what they are. I think they're off something else, because I don't think they're off this bike. Must be off one of the other models. But anyhow, that's it for these. We're going to do the head. So these are the valve stem seals. Let me just see if I can get into them without I'm having to do this in my kitchen now, because things have got quite full. Oh, blame myself. Oh, I cocked up. I completely forgot about these. These actually sit underneath the valve springs. I thought they were going on a bit too easy. So that's your lowest seat. Just slide it over and then start again. What a dick. I got to number 8 and I just went, hang on a second. Oh well. In fact, I'm going to leave that there because these are dark green and my counter obviously black. So there's 16 of these, just a little bit of rubber, can you see that? Just a little bit of rubber with a spring around the base of it. And basically they stop any oil pissing into your engine. So these just need slotted on. Not too wet, and that's it. No dates. I've left it in the other room, damn it. So now I've got to put all the valves in using valve compressing tool. This is just a cheap, nasty one. See if I can remember which ones do this. Where's my... But every one of these, all 16 are individually bagged with like I1 on. So inlet 1 is that one. Yeah. Which angle do you need to be at for this? So it's just a little bit of motorbike oil. There's that little whiteboard. This is a problem with working on a black work surface. So 2 collets, 2 springs, and a little cap. Right, can you guys still see that? Let's move that in. So spring, to the spring, little cap. all I'm doing is compressing the spring so I can get them collets on. Now them collets hold the cap on. What's going to be the easiest way to do this? This is always a bit of a pain in the ass. One. Two. And that's one on. I've now got to do the other 15. Just realised I didn't tell you, did I? Right, collets, they're, what's the word, like tapered. It's really hard to show you. But they're more shaped like that. I'm really overthinking this, but so the widest part, if it was to be a full circle, is to be at the top, and it works like a kind of like a door wedge. I don't know any other way to describe it, but like two door wedges going in. So when you release and the cap comes up, it just wedges the whole thing in there. There you go. Right, so they're obviously all in, apart from one, because as I said a minute ago, I forgot about the seats, the valve spring seats, because I'm a dick. So I had to redo, was it the inlets? But then when I went to put them all on, there was only 15. How there was only 15, I don't know. I can only guess that someone's done this head in the past and hasn't put one back on. So I've had to order one for £4. Hopefully that'll be here in a couple of days and I can finish off the head and show you what's next. I suppose I could do the cam for the exhaust. I might do that, I'll make my mind up. And one of these, oh no, it's on the other side. But at the moment, that's it for now. I don't think I'll release this until I get the other one, and I'll do the cams as well and show you how to do them. Oh no, I can't. If I put the cams on, what? I'll put the rocker shafts in, sorry, not the cam. I can't put the cams in until bloody it's on there and cam chain comes through. I'll deal with that later. Oh, well, I think it's a good time to get some pistons fired in. So, did I do a video on my pistons? Basically, I did this similar thing with my piston crowns as I did with the valves, just clean them up. Nice and clean now. I'm just going to get them fired in. You'll have to note, see there's a little arrow on there, obviously that means face forward. I know this is piston 1. Sorry, I know this is piston 1 because, like everything, it's all marked. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a oiling, not a huge amount or anything like that. Just a little bit. I've cleaned these off really well after I've sanded them down, well, wet and dried the crowns down. They've been flushed out with carb cleaner. Was it carb? Yeah, it was carb cleaner. Oil on the gudgeon pin. There's a couple of these are bloody tight. There's not a huge amount I can do about it. And I put my mallet down somewhere and I don't know where I put it. I will probably have to look for it. Bloody thing's hiding. really don't want to do this, but needs must. Right, so I felt it hit the little pin on the other side. The little, it's like a split pin, but it's not. And this is where it all goes wrong. Oh, I'm hoping you can see that. For some weird, strange reason, I went to try and put the blooming the ring on the wrong side. I don't know why. Moment of stupidity. And that's one pin in. There we go. Just following it round to make sure it's all in a groove, and it is. So there's one piston fired in, and the right way. I'll fire the other four in now. I don't think you need to see that. That's the barrels on. Turned out to be a bloody ball ache because the pistons have been sat on a shelf for so long. They've kind of gone back, they've sprung out a lot more than they did last time. Last time I did a base gasket on this, I did it in like an hour. Well, from taking it off to putting it on, not even that. It'll be base gasket off, probably had a coffee, then put it back on again, well, put a new one on. So what I've had to do was run down to an engineer supply shop, just because there was one close, and I picked up some Jubilee clips, because I don't have a ring compressor for motorbike engines. I just rarely do bike engines that I can't do like that. So all I did, I know that these are like 71 point something mil pistons. Went out and bought some 70 mil Jubilee clips, wrapped them around the piston rings just to compress them, and then slowly, as I load it onto the middle two pistons first, slowly patting it down. Gave the engine a twist to bring the outer two pistons up, and then did the same again. Is it the right way? No. Does it work in a pinch? Yes. You've just got to be very careful. Personally, I would have rather had someone next to me doing one side each, just to make sure everything was aligned, because you do not want to chop your cylinders onto your pistons. That is one of the worst things you can do. You'll end up denting the pistons. You might put a score in them, which ends up just pissing about your cylinders and putting scrapes right down. What I'll now do is, just in case I've got any shit, well actually I can't do this, but I will give everything a wipe down in there first, with a damp rag and a bit of oil, just to grab any bits that are in there. I'm still waiting for a valve spring seat to arrive. Apparently it's been posted first thing this morning, Royal Mail first class, so it should be here tomorrow, and then we can get on to the next step and get the head on. As for today, I'm just going to fit the rest of the gaskets for the internals for oh crap, me battery, for in there. I don't think I'll bother showing you them, because if you can't figure them out, then that's pretty boring, to be honest. And they're pretty obvious what they are. I've got some other bits floating about. I've just found some bits I did paint. I'm also missing a I'll call it a dowel, but it's like a hollow locating pin for the cylinder head cover. So I'm looking into getting a new one of them. Suzuki want £1.43 for the piece. It's just a little pin, like 8mm by 11mm. They want £1.53, fine. They want £5 delivery. Go screw yourself, Suzuki, for that one, really. But anyhow, I'm just going to fire some gaskets on and then go and get this video edited, because I've got a fair bit going on it. What else? Oh, my generator, I've extended the wires on them. I'm going to put a waterproof connection on them, just to do something slightly different. And I'm going to end up back on wiring again, which I don't want. I've just put an order in for some very special bolts. They're lovely looking. not like titanium or anything like that, they're just stainless steel. But they're in black. You can get them in multiple colours. I'll go into them later with some proper photos when they all arrive. Because on my headstock, I've got like a chromed bolt. That's not going to look good with everything going black, so I've got a special black one made. And I'm still waiting for some parts from the engineer shop, who has had them for far too long now. But I might go and see him later today. See ya. Okay, so everything is now fitted in there, all the gaskets are fitted, all the little plates, they're simple enough. I forgot to show the oil pump. I forgot to record it, I was meant to, because in my opinion it's one of the most beautiful design things ever, and it's just great to watch them spin. However, I was going to fit the clutch and show you everything about the clutch. Unfortunately, I can't. Let me just give me a minute, I'll show you why. Right, so here, I need to clean this before I even think about putting it in. But what I was going to do was fit this. Right, so this is my clutch drum. Now, unfortunately, I'm hoping you can see. Let me get I'll get a teaspoon, fuck it. So there's a couple of things that have happened here. There's a lot of scoring on this. I don't know why. Well, I have a feeling I know why. And it did a lot of damage to this edge of the clutch drum. What I've done is actually sat there with a file and filed it all smooth and sanded it back wet and dry to a point at least. So there's nothing worrying there. It was really bad, to be honest, but I can't really afford another one, and it's not bad enough to say it's okay. So on the back of the clutch drum, you've got 2 points that are kind of ovaled and then 2 notches. Now, one of the notches, I'm hoping that's closer to you. Let's put a bit of light on it so you can see a bit better. I'm hoping you can. That's just metal, there's nothing in there. But in this one, there is a little rubber plug. Unfortunately, over time, it goes wrong. That has gone hard. I'm gonna have to stop putting tweezers in different places. It's actually gone hard. Half of it's broke off. I can't even get it out of there. Let's give it a spin and see if I can get it. No, I can't get it to come out. So I've had to order a new one of them. Unfortunately, they're on back order, so I probably won't see one for a couple of days. However, there is probably a large amount of editing to come out, you bastard. There we go. I'm getting somewhere. Bigger tweezers. So that's all it is. It's meant to be rubber. That's gone more like plastic. It's solid. Can you see that? Why am I looking at the camera to figure out where my light's pointing? That's gone solid now, so that's no good. So I've ordered another one from Fowler's. It takes them 3 to 4, well, what was it, 3 to 5 days to get it from Suzuki. Then they send it to me. I've got a load of other stuff I need to order. What else did I order? Oh, a little locating, like dowel pin for the cylinder head cover. £1.50, something like that. If I got it from Suzuki themselves, they want £1.50 for it and £5 for delivery. I nearly bought it and I realised they had it for £1.50, and with the other stuff it's only £3 delivery. So there you go. So that little bit of rubber, believe it or not, it apparently can cause excess clutch noise. So of course I'm going to replace it. But anyhow, time to get this memory card out and do some editing. See ya.